Okay, today I want to show you a quick tip of how to wind wool to get ready for knitting. Now, this might be really obvious to some of you and you're probably going to be saying, well, of course, how else would you do it? But this is something I discovered recently and I just didn't know. So I figure if I don't know, maybe other people don't know. When you purchase wool, sometimes it comes in big skeins like this. This one has a center pull, which means, you just pull on the wool and it comes out from the center very neatly. The ball doesn't roll around. You just put it somewhere and you can just pull it out. So there's this kind, and then you get it in this format. And this format does not have a center pull. Now, if it does have a center pull, you're gonna have to tell me how to do it, because I've tried to do center pull from these and it doesn't work. The only way to get the wool, because I don't like knitting with a big chunk like this, so what I had used to do in the past is I used to do this. I would roll it into a ball, a manageable ball, and I would knit with this. But the way that I did it was, you'd pull and the ball, would kind of rolls, you pull and the ball rolls around and you get it rolling around your floor. And sometimes you're knitting in a place that you don't want your wool to be on the ground. You want it to be somewhere clean and dry. So I would say, gee, I would love to be able to make my own center pull skeins of wool. And I found a method online of how to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do it here. Like I said, some of you may say, oh, well, of course, how else would you do it? But seriously, I didn't know how to, so I figure maybe there are other people like that. So what you're going to do is, you have your hand, take the end of the wool, put it across your palm, close it, and so you're going to hold the end with your fingers, and you're going to make the thumbs up like an OK, or you're hitchhiking. Then you take the end of the wool and you start to wind. And you're going to wind it around your thumb. And you're going to keep winding. Now eventually this will get big enough, you'll be able to start to turn it. You'll be able to turn it on your thumb, which will be fine as long as you keep holding on to that piece here. Because this piece here, this is going to be the middle of your center pull skein. So I'm going to speed this part up, maybe throw in a little music, because this can be kind of boring to watch. But here we go. When it gets big enough, you can start, as long as this piece stays down there, you can turn it and then you can start to wind it all the way around. You can just keep turning and then you get a nice round shaped ball. So just be careful you don't, sure that this little tail thing stays free, and in fact probably a good idea to hold it if you can in your hand there, just to keep it out of the way. You don't want it to get wound up. Now when you get to the size of the ball you want, snip off an end, spin it around, and you just tuck it in so you don't get confused. And there you go, center pull skein. Now, someone gave me this a long time ago, but I really couldn't use it because I didn't know how to get a center pull skein. And you can't put a bowl like this in here because it can't roll around in there. So there we go. This goes in here through the little hole. My sister-in-law bought this for me. And then you have a neat little bundle that holds your wool for you, and you just pull and it comes out the top Isn't that neat? So there you go, how to make a center pull skein.